Hi Megan, my name is Lindsay. I really enjoyed watching your video this week. I thought it was wonderful that you shared a picture of you and your husband on your wedding day. For me, when I heard artifact and read that in this assignment, I immediately went to, well, I guess what was listed, like an old trinket, an old piece of jewelry, maybe a vase. I know my grandma has a bunch of old furniture up at her house. Um, so it was nice to see how you were able to explain something what I would deem as more recent as something that's a big part of your cultural identity. So I really enjoyed that you shared that. I thought that it was fascinating too that it was your husband's childhood church, so that kind of played into the importance that it has for your family, that it's been around for a few generations. Um, I have to comment real quick on you saying that it was just from Hobby Lobby. I love Hobby Lobby. I also love Michael's. I'm a big craft girly. My mom didn't know that Hobby Lobby existed about a year and a half ago, and I feel like I definitely influenced her, so she goes there probably more often than I do now. So I just thought that it was funny that you mentioned that in your video. But anyways, back to your artifact that you shared. I found it so wholesome and so meaningful that you said that your wedding day was not only a foundation for your relationship with God, but it was a foundation for you and your family. I thought that was amazing, and I loved hearing you say that. I really enjoyed getting to hear you talk about it. I could just tell in your voice and in your face how much that day really did mean to you, and I just thought it was so amazing. I love that you shared that churches were symbols of the soul. That was a phrase I've never heard before I watched your video, and it's definitely a phrase that I'm going to keep in the back of my noggin because I thought it was just great. I can't believe I've never heard it before, but I'm so glad that I did, and thank you again for sharing it. And then just to end up in my video, I talked about how clients might not respond well to my artifact that I shared either, because I just chose to share marriage licenses from my great-grandparents because my grandma was really excited about them and they look really cool. But you know, it's not anything super fancy. But I like that in your video you talked about that even though clients might not respond well, that you still want to do your best to provide a safe and supportive environment. Just major kudos to you. That was such a great little note to add to your video. Definitely you get my respect for that. And I just look forward to hearing what else that you have to share during this class this semester. So thank you so much.